Hey guys, thanks for checking out my YouTube channel. My name is Mathis, and today we're going to be talking about what to expect while dealing with a graphic designer for your novel. So guys, the best time to seek out a graphic designer is when your manuscript is being proofread by your editor. It takes quite a bit of time to design a novel. It takes up to 2 months, and so you want to get the ball rolling so you don't have to wait. How I found my graphic designer, what I did was I went to my bookshelf, I picked a cover that I liked, then I looked up the graphic designer website. I went on their website, looked at their work to see if their work matched my style, and then I sent an email asking them their availability and their prices. Now, I have worked with an unknown graphic designer before. It was not a good experience. The person I was working with before I found a professional graphic designer, his work was not up to par to my standards at the end of the day. So I had to disassociate myself with that graphic designer and find someone that was a little bit more up my speed. And so you want to make sure that you pair up with people that have the same work ethic that you have, the same standard. So yeah, so guys, working with a professional graphic designer can be pretty expensive. They can range from $500 to $1,500. Now, this is not a time to go cheap, guys, because you put a lot of hard work into your novel, and so you want the cover to reflect that. However, you do want to stay within your budget, so be sure to take your time while looking for a professional graphic designer that fits your style and your taste, and eventually you'll find someone that will fit your budget. So that's what I did. I did not just went to my bookshelf and just, oh, a graphic designer, I like them, send an email and everything was happy. No, there was trials and tribulations. Just take your time, go through your bookshelf, contact graphic designers, get their quotes, look at their work on their website, get a feel of what type of style they have, and also read the testimonies on their website, because that also can be helpful. There are some professional designers out there that run reasonable standard prices, so you just gotta weave through the haystack and just find the one that fits your budget. When I found my graphic designer, we decided to discuss my book in a coffee shop. So it was my idea to meet up so he can get a clear idea of where I was coming from. That's another thing, guys. It's good to find a graphic designer that lives in your city, because I feel like the communication is better. However, guys, if you do decide to deal with someone that's not in your city, it's good to at least have a conversation with them over the phone so they can get a clear idea of where you're coming from with your idea of your novel. So that's one tip to keep in mind. So guys, before I met up with my graphic designer, what I did was I took a stack of books like this along with me. I placed them in a book bag, and when I met up with my graphic designer, first what he did was he asked me a couple of questions about my novel. He wanted me to tell him what my novel was about, describe my characters. After he got a feel of my novel, I showed him some novels covers that I like, and so I showed him American Dervish. I really liked this cover. It looked mysterious, and I'm very drawn to covers with people on it. I like this novel because it looks very mysterious, sexy. Yeah, it just draws you in. It's a very old novel, but I really like the cover of it, so yeah. Another novel that I like is Karma Gone Bad. I like the happy feel that this gives you. It's very bright and vibrant, and yeah. The other novel that I showed him is called The Abundance. I like to cook, and I like spices, and I like foods. I'm a foodie, and so I showed him this book, and I told him that I want some food to be incorporated on the cover of my novel, and so I showed him this, and that's about it, guys. And that's how we came up with Confused Spice. You know, we collaborated, went back and forth. You want to do that with your graphic designer. That's how you know you got a really good graphic designer, if y'all can collaborate, bounce ideas off of each other to develop a nice, presentable product. You know, I would not suggest to bounce ideas through email, because email, the communication can be lost, and it's not really heartfelt or whatnot, I suggest over the phone or in person, so the graphic designer can get a really good feel of your novel and your personality. And that's how everything can evolve beautifully. So yeah, just keep that in consideration, guys. Another thing I like to say is if you are meeting up with your graphic designer or talking to them over the phone, it's very important to ask as many questions as you can, because they are very knowledgeable when it comes to things in the industry, in the publishing industry. Like questions like, is it okay to have characters on the front cover? If I put characters on the front cover, would that fit the genre of my niche? If you are dealing with a professional graphic designer, they also deal with the big industry of publishing houses, and so they would know a lot of context. And so it's good to just ask questions. Ask them, you know, how should I go about sending my book to Random House? How do I, you know, fill out the back cover of my advanced proofread copy? They would give you like you know, some information how to do that. So graphic designers are very knowledgeable people. Don't be shy to ask them questions about the industry. And yeah, when my graphic designer gave me my samples, he produced 13 samples for me to choose from. I chose 2 samples that I really like, and so he played around with them. I finally came down to one cover that I really like. I decided that, you know, he should make some changes to that sample. I wanted Pierre's hair darker, like a darker brown, and so he made it a little darker. I wanted the skin to be smoothed out a little bit because I saw a little bit acne on their faces. I wanted him to smooth out the acne, so he did that. And that's the process of having a complete novel. Now guys, before I end this video, I would just like to say, before you seek out a graphic designer, be sure you have some kind of idea what you want on the front cover of your novel. Now, if you want people on the front cover of your novel, present that idea to your graphic designer. If you want your cover to be blue and pink, present the idea to your graphic designer. It is their job to bring your vision to life. If you happen to get a graphic designer that not willing to bring your vision to life, I would say find another graphic designer that will accommodate your vision. And so yeah, I just want to leave off with that. I hope this video was very helpful for those who's going through this process or thinking about going through this process. And if this video was very helpful, give it a thumbs up, and I will talk to y'all later. All right.